Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. So off we go then. Well, what a remarkable couple of years it has been for this boy. So talented, so young. He conquered Europe with his country after his first... Rummenigge! Rummenigge! That is just brilliant!
Well, this is already looking rather ominous for the opposition. When a player of his calibre can open up the scoring with a brilliantly classy finish, it could be a very long match for that defence to prevent it happening again.
That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing. England finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Nicely worked. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Down.
So just the one early goal to report so far. And the score is 1-0. Gerrard looking to pass their way up the pitch. Quarter of an hour played. No question, this is the man you want to get onto the end of things. Motherwell already with the upper hand and looking to turn it into something close to dominance. De Paul. Great defending, strong and determined. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. That's been slipped through. De Paul. And he's gone backward here. Motherwell have reclaimed it. Neymar, who does have an assist to his name. Van Bronckhorst. Gerrard. De Paul. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Shevchenko. And it's Pirlo. Who's looking wide. And that was asking for too much. Rijkaard is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. This is a promising build-up. And this is Owen. Great vision. Oh, that was vital.
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
And here's Yamal.
Lamine Yamal really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Pirlo!
It's Pirlo! Good try, very good try in fact.
Yeah, it didn't come off, but you can praise the drive and the application. It was beautifully hit.
Rijkaard. Belletti. There will be 1 minute.
Hello.
Up a bit more.
Now it's Owen. And here's Yamal. Thuram cuts out the pass. Bellingham. Rijkaard. Yamal. Passing is crisp and sharp. Van Bronckhorst.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Motherwell are still that goal to the... Bellingham!
Bellingham!
There's a goal! And there we have
Jude
it,
Bellingham.
the two-goal cushion.
Jude Bellingham!
The movement so
Jude Bellingham.
precise, the finish sumptuous.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, now's the time you can afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but...
Can he finish?
Simple.
Yes! And they are tearing the opposition apart here. Simply breathtaking stuff. Not a defender in sight. He had all the time in the world.
Well, that pretty much works out as a gift due to the space he was afforded in the box.
A case now of complete control.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Bellingham. England appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
And here's Shevchenko. Bellingham.
And he could have done himself a massive favour by just lifting his head up there. You know, it would have been a better picture of what was going on around him.
Pirlo. That's a sharp pass. Knocks it into space. And this is Neymar. Van Bronckhorst. Played in with purpose. And that has been cleared. That's a good ball. Some resolute defending there. Ahead by 3, but they won't want to take their foot off the pedal. Just 5 minutes remaining now. The ball in acres of space out wide. And he was alert to it. Bellingham looking understandably energised after his goal.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Time added on will be 2 minutes. And we're done. Motherwell really have hit the heights. A tour de force that has left their opponents reeling. And that is what tends to happen when they do their thing. Rummenigge claiming the man of the match award, and there is very little room for argument.
Is now in operation for your safety.
So Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Big. Okay. क्या कर रहे हैं पब्लिक? In the chat, India want to win. लगता है हम जीतेंगे. Double in the chat.
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. So it's away we go then.
Javier Zanetti will be having a very busy game for sure, Peter. He'll be raiding the flanks all game long, if he's allowed to, of course. But if he starts beating people and getting balls into the box consistently, I can only see one winner here.
And he does it with such an unassuming demeanour. He makes the ordinary look beautiful, doesn't he?
He does, absolutely. His game is just laced with moments of sheer brilliance.
Tries to play it through. Mbappe making a dash for it. Big chance! Oh, full marks for that effort.
Actually looks pretty annoyed with himself there. He's usually better than that.
Rummenigge. Gattuso. Looking for a runner.
Pretty robust defending.
Zambrota. And it's Hullet.
That's really good energy, Peter, the way they defend from the front.
Stam. And no, that was never going to make it. Motherwell have had plenty of possession, but few, if any, genuine chances. Cristiano Ronaldo! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
O'Shea shifted it to the flank. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Olise. Well, the chip pass hasn't quite come off. Van Bronckhorst is a perfect combination of brain and brawn. Van Bronckhorst. And he's whipped it. Oh, greatly! Firm header, just on target.
And he did so well to get himself there. What a good effort.
Minutes gone. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Rummenigge, someone who can always claim to be the most immaculate finisher. Can he get it through? Goes looking wide. Not the most accurate pass. And
Late.
Oh, it's fabulous! About as smooth as it gets. And there is your opener. The purest possible contact. What a fabulous strike.
I think it was probably past the keeper before he even saw it. Incredible he got so much power with so little backlift.
So the first goal of the game.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough though, Peter. I get the feeling they'll be wanting another as soon as possible.
Batistuta. And that's a simple one for the keeper. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Barcelona clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one.
And that brings the first half to a close. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break. Motherwell just ahead then as we reach 45 minutes.
Yeah, I like the fact that there was a genuine flow to this game as well as intent. But I can't help feeling that their efforts deserved that little bit more.
Motherwell with the game's only breakthrough, it's 1-0. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here. Motherwell currently ahead by the smallest of margins. Van Bronckhorst. O'Shea, who's set up one goal so far. Rummenigge running with intent. And here's Mbappe. Gattuso does well not to be outdone there. Looking for options for movement. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Motherwell clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, Peter, if they're attempting to see out the game with such a narrow advantage, there's room for trouble. I just think they're sending out the wrong message. This could backfire.
Rummenigge being given no time to dwell on the ball here.
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game. They're certainly trying to wind them up in the process, Peter.
Adams gets it away.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Now that looks a decent ball. That is a great pick out. And it's Gerrard.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little...
Takes a shot! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Barcelona with the corner, they're first. Yaya Toure. Gattuso! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Yeah, you can't blame him for trying, but that looked a little forced.
And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped. Barcelona really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Messi, a probing pass.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
And it's Shevchenko. Gerrard, never out of the action for very long.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Well read, and the danger is averted. Now it's Rooney. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Well, that was tense. Boy, that was tense. The two sides separated by the game's only goal. Oh, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. So off we go then.
Frank Rijkaard can really make his presence felt. A superb defender who became an iconic midfield anchorman.
What's more, a remarkably good strike rate, actually.
Very true. Just another level of his expertise, Peter, but his reading of the game, for me, is masterful.
That's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
It's a good one he's making out on the left. Zanetti. De Bruyne. And here's Van Nistelrooy. Stam. Going to be disappointed with that. Cannavaro. And it's Zanetti. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Makaleli, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. It's a lovely, neat pass.
Well, neither defence has had a wake-up call yet, because neither attack has turned up.
Welcome to the stream.
Stam is very much of the non-shell pass school of defending. Makaleli. Stojkovic. Wriggles his way through. And there's the shot! There was plenty of power on that. And here's De Bruyne. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Vieira. Nicely weighted ball. It's Cristiano Ronaldo! And he's heaved it away. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Saw that. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That was well played. Well stopped.
Altini. Rummenigge. It's Makalele. Either side giving way. It has been tight. Zanetti. Aimed at the far side. And he knocks it clear. This is Van Nistelrooy. And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Vieira. Stojkovic. The whistle's gone, and that's it for the first half. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings. So between them, no goals at all so far.
It's not a bad game by any means, Peter, but it definitely needs an injection of some invention, creativity. There's so much you can do with all that industry, but just adding a little bit of skill.
So at the halfway stage, we still have deadlock. The score 0-0. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half.
Well, I suppose from a defensive perspective.
And the shots!
Cristiano!
Wonderful goal!
Oh, he's quite the pro. The speed and sharpness in his game gives him an advantageous edge, and he applies it with lethal effect. He's class, real class.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Motherwell are in front now, the game's only goal. It's off target and by quite a way.
Well, he looked pretty much unstoppable there. The only thing missing was the finish, of course.
Odo. Knocks it into space.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Great chance!
Rummenigge! Come on!
There's the goal they've been looking for. The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
I'm not making any apologies, but I was willing him to supply the finish, and he came up trumps.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Makalele. Oh, this is a great position. That was probably asking just too much.
Well, he's never the sort to doubt his own capabilities. Always fancies himself, no matter what the situation.
Bellingham. Oh, well played, well sorted out. And it's Inzaghi. Can he get on the end of this? And the through ball. Oh, what a ball! Decent chance!
Kalsak, Rummenigge!
And they are tearing the opposition apart here. Simply breathtaking stuff.
Destroy him.
Pressure, what pressure. He feels none of it.
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrives in situations like that.
First time to like or share. छोड़ दी ऐसा लगता है. Here we go. Back to back ones. 3 wins and we are in Division 1. Let's go. सब लोगों का स्वागत है जी फुटबॉल 26 का थिंक 4:30 को मैं लगने वाला अगर आप रैंक पुश करना चाहते हैं 4:30 के पहले आप
So bring it on. Hike, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. So that's got things underway. Barcelona have gone with what looks like an orthodox 4-4-2, Jim.
I think it gets a terrible raw deal these days. It's deemed old-fashioned, outdated, but in truth...
Messi! Messi! Genius!
Well, this is already looking rather ominous for the opposition. When a player of his calibre can open up the scoring with a brilliantly classy finish, it could be a very long match for that defence to prevent it happening again.
And that really is so impressive.
Oh, that's wonderful to see. The run was explosive, the finish exquisite.
Motherwell finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Well timed, excellent interception. Neymar. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Raul. Passing is crisp and sharp. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Barcelona clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Neither of these two want to come off second best.
Now then, clash of the egos.
Well, what's he giving here? And that really is the last thing they wanted to do. This further to improve their cause. Running away with it. Not a twitch, not a blink.
That's calm for you. Nothing is going to distract him.
Barcelona are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
Well, that's a real psychological weight off the shoulders, I think. It's a very different game now at 2 up.
That has ended up in no man's land. Gerrard.
Motherwell are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Neymar. Approaching the half-hour mark. Nedved. Oh, he's burst through. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. That's a cute ball. There could be trouble here. Pirlo kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. That's rather hopeful. Oh, he gave that an almighty thump.
I think it was one of those, Peter, where he's caught it too well. He's not even looking at the keeper, so he knew where everything was.
Motherwell are still behind as we reach out for half-time. Right, Shevchenko. He's a sharp little ball here. Well, there's your danger man, a title that is entirely justified. Some good work on the right flank here. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Silvestre. Thuram. And it's Vieira. And Shevchenko.
Oh my
It's
god.
back off the post.
Franco. It was a chance.
Silvestre. Driving on and making good progress. And we've reached half-time. That just about sorts out the first 45 minutes, and we'll be back with the second very soon.
Hello attendees, this is a lost children's announcement. Would the father of a boy in a yellow t-shirt kindly make his way to the information center? Substitution for
Magic.
Barcelona. Number
Jaduki.
3.
Correct.
We're on the move again.
Is
Jadu.
I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to do, Peter, is give away an early goal. But they can't afford to get too cagey either. So attack with real devilment, go for that goal and see if they can unsettle them.
Oh, he's been caught napping. Shevchenko is flagged offside. Adams.
Barcelona genuinely seem like a side that's confident with the quality they have out wide. They certainly like their little intricate combination.
Shevchenko! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Shevchenko clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
And we have our very first corner. And that has been cleared. Motherwell are looking to go forward now. Cristiano Ronaldo. It's Cristiano
Ronaldo.
Oh, fantastic from
Fantastic.
Ronaldo. About as smooth as it gets. Oh, beautifully dispatched.
Come on, back in
There
the
was
game.
no reaching that.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
Just one in it now.
Manager must have given them an earful at half-time, and fair play because it seems to have worked. They've got to kick on from here now.
Messi. And no, that was never going to make it. Nedved. Right, Shevchenko. Great ball if he can get there.
Yeah, I think if that can be repeated, there's a good chance of a goal. That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Bergkamp. Raul. He's had it! That is a super hit, but it was always just off target.
Substitution for Barcelona. Number 19.
Well, the two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time. Two fresh faces and both in the front line.
Well, it looks like he's playing his trump card. That'll inject a lot of energy up front.
Defending here is really tight. But Shevchenko, oh, looks a good one. Now there's just a well taken goal. Surely that clinches it. There really is no way back now. It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Barcelona now in a position far more desirable.
Yeah, I can't think of a better time, Peter, to get that two-goal cushion. And that, for me, should be decisive.
And Bronkhorst just loves to go forward whenever he can. Now the ball's gone astray. And it's Shevchenko. It's a lovely, neat pass. Right, Shevchenko, good ball, good take. Time added on 4 minutes. Now it's Hullet. Out towards the flank. Shoots! Oh, that wasn't far away.
Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Rijkaard with the clearance. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Well, here is a defeat that may hit them hard, and you can sense that all around us. Things going pretty awry, and the outcome in the end, virtually unavoidable.
Just a quick reminder today.
Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, there was a distinct lack of clarity or commitment in everything the players were trying to do. Looking